Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's Rebel Report. Thank you for joining me live and, of course, on the replay. Wherever you may be catching this broadcast, let me know you're here so that I can send you some love and answer any questions that you might have about this week's forecast. For those of you who don't know me, who are just getting to know me, my name is Cindy. I am a quantum numerologist and wealth activator, and I am passionate about the creation of wealth on the planet. And I believe that that comes through the hands of the healers, the coaches, the change makers, the impact makers, those of you who are in the trenches doing the good work, those of you who give a fuck. And when we as healers, teachers, creators, when we have more money, we start to circulate that money out into the world in ways that we can't even imagine. It's not about the redistribution of wealth. So if you've been following me for some time, I've actually changed the language on that because there is no need to redistribute the wealth. There is a need to create more. So let's look at this week. Just like we can predict the weather, so too can we predict the energetic influences we'll be experiencing so that we can leverage those to our advantage and create more wealth for ourselves, more success, and be able to step into who we truly are. So next week, we start the week on Monday, July 19th on a 4 energy day, and we end the week on the Sunday in a 1 energy. Now, the 4 energy is really about that stability and foundation and structure and stability and about having a plan. And as we move through the week, on the Friday, we have a full moon in Aquarius on an 8 energy day. And this full moon is probably going to feel pretty intense. I imagine I'm going to get a few messages from clients saying, what's going on? Because this full moon is asking us to release the shackles of what's been holding us back as leaders, to really step into and be willing to share our voice with the world without judgment and without fear, to really step into that role. But here's the thing. It's really easy for us to get caught up in the drama of what's happening outside of ourselves and to see what's happening in the news, to see what's happening with COVID and vaccinations and racism and every other thing that's happening in the world right now. It's easy for us to get distracted by that. And instead of focusing on what we're creating, we tend to fight against what's falling apart and what's no longer working. And this is where we want to get very clear, and you'll hear me say this all the time, of what is it that you want? We don't want those old systems to continue on as they are. We want to see positive change there. But in order to create positive change, we need to let go of what's falling apart and just let it fall apart. There's nothing that we actually need to do in order to create that entropy. It's already in entropy. It's already falling apart. And by focusing your attention on it or fighting against it or getting caught up in the drama of it, you're actually just perpetuating it. So get very clear what's most important to me, and then start creating that by directing all of your focus to, number one, who you are in that desire, what you want, and why you want it. It's not about thinking about what you want. It's about feeling why you want it. Why is it so important to you to experience this? And really go to that place inside of you where there is no judgment, where mom and dad aren't telling you that you can't have it, where your, caretaker isn't saying, no, you need to stay in a box and make sure you get a good job and do the thing. No. What do you fucking want? And really focus there. And then, are you willing to share your voice about it? When we want to be leaders, when we're stepping up, when we want to create positive change in the world, we must share our voice. We must shout it from the rooftops, but not from a place of anger and fighting against. From a place of love and dedication and devotion to our craft, of knowing what's in our hearts and being willing to share that with the world. Not about fighting against. We don't need to bully or play the victim or be a rescuer to all of that old shit. All of that old shit, just let it fucking die. It's over. It's done. Let it go. I'm going to start singing again, the theme song from Frozen, Let It Go, Let It Go. It's really about focusing in, who am I? What do I want? and why do I want it? And so often when I talk to entrepreneurs, business owners who are trying to create the things in their business, I get caught with the question of how. How is the biggest dream killer? How will catch you every time? How is the fucking mountain? And if you've heard me talk before, you know there is no fucking mountain. And I often get this comment, but Cindy, it can't be that easy. It is. I used to think the same thing. I used to think, yeah, but I need to know all the things and I need to have all the systems in place and I need the beautiful website and all the pretty PDFs and I need the perfect graphics. Bullshit. You need to know 3 things. Who are you? What do you want? And why do you want it? That is it. The rest of it comes naturally when you focus on those 3 things. Every productivity master that I have studied over the last 20 years has said focus is the #1 key to success. But the problem is they didn't tell you what to fucking focus on. So what do you focus on? Who are you? What do you want? And why do you want it? You don't focus on what's happening in the news. You don't focus on what's happening with vaccinations and COVID. You don't focus on what Joe Blow down the street is talking about. And you certainly don't focus on what Uncle Bob on the porch is talking about. You focus in on your heart. Who am I? What do I want? And why do I want it? And everything else will sort itself out. So this week, you are really being asked to step into that foundation of those 3 things. Step into it, own it, take responsibility for it, and then shout it from the rooftops. And you will have people that don't like you. Who cares? And you will have people that respond, that feel your energy, that feel your heart, and they will hear you. And the impact will ripple out like a freaking tsunami. Shout who you are from the rooftops. Be a lighthouse for the world. Be fearless. Lead people to a better life. I hope you have an amazing, amazing week. I love you. I believe in you. And I see your power. Bye for now.